Hi, welcome back to Value in My Gaming. If you're new here, I'm Liam. Today I'm going to be taking a look around some of the charity shops in Hinckley, little town in the UK where I live. I want to try and pick up some bargains, so let's draw 20 quid out the cash point. Let's see what we can go and pick up. Cool, so the first charity shop we'll have a look around is Scope. Always loads of clothes the moment you first walk through the door, absolutely standard, as is DVDs and games all mixed in together. So Bubble Bobble Revolution for the Nintendo DS, that's pretty cool. There was quite a few games down here, to be fair, although they were mostly Xbox, and I don't collect Xbox games really. I have got a few, but that was only because they were just such good prices I couldn't turn them down. I wouldn't mind start collecting wrestling games, which is what I'm just pulling out now. I don't normally collect sports, but I don't know, I could get into wrestling. I could get into collecting some wrestling titles, but yeah, there's Bubble Bobble again for the Nintendo DS. Right, cancer research. There was nothing in here. Gaming wise, just this great big Minions picture there, cool. Right, so Loros. There's some pop vinyls. For any pop collectors out there, shout out the Pop Tart Lee. Boogie Superstar Lee. There's one for you, mate. Maybe not. Halo Wars, that'd have been cool. Rock Band, but again, Xbox. Yeah, I probably should have picked up Halo Wars, to be fair. I didn't though. Spoiler alert. I'll tell you exactly what I picked up at the end. Right, there was this was quite a good one, to be fair. So this shelf up here had plenty of video games on it, although mostly sport. But yeah, I did bag a couple actually. That copy of Gran Turismo there, I just wish it was in better condition. It was in absolutely awful condition, so I didn't grab it. But yeah, so there's Borderlands and Borderlands 2 for the PC. If you collect PC games, pretty cool. Now, yeah, might be a bit of a spoiler, but I pulled two games out here which just seemed a little bit different from the rest. Yeah, cool. Angry Birds. They were £2 each, so I didn't bother picking them up. The dog would have liked them though. But then for £4 for two things for him to literally chew up in seconds, not worth it. So British Heart Foundation next. A couple of titles down here, but nothing that really stood out to me all that much. I always like to bag these sort of things if they may be 50p, but nah, not for £1. Right, mind. Be mindful in mind. Wii Fit. Now these didn't have prices on, which was a little bit annoying. And I couldn't believe how heavy the Wii Fit box was as well. I'm not sure like what that's all about. But yeah, it was £1, so I didn't bother. Now, Xbox One there, FIFA 17. Again, it didn't have a price on it. I wouldn't have bought it anyway. I mean, if it would have been like 20p, I would have, but yeah. Right. So I found something really interesting in here. There was no games. There was no video games at all. Actually, none. Not one. But there was this. Monster. Rise of the Minibosses. It's a card game. I don't know anything about it. Anything at all. It's £2.95. It's really interesting. Those like 8-bit graphics. I don't know. That's so cool. That really is cool. It's like a little fake Nintendo seal of quality sort of logo there. That's brilliant. That's so awesome. Right, next is a charity shop called Emmaus. This was pretty good once. I remember them having loads of PS1 games in here last time I come in. So I had high expectations amongst the musty furniture. But yeah, unfortunately, they didn't really like the fact that I had a camera. They were okay, I cleared it up with them, everyone was fine, but they didn't really like it. So as it happened, they didn't have any games anyway that I wanted, so that was that. So Red Cross. Now these didn't have anything obvious. What they did have was some baskets tucked away under here. Home Alone, classic. Nothing in that one. However, in this one, And I'm not on about that Wii game there, Pro Evolution Soccer. No, but there's got a copy of the Beatles Rock Band there. That was £1. £1. Can't be bad. Right, the Salvation Army shop. Now, I did actually buy something from here, but I didn't get any footage of the game I bought. It was all on its own, tucked away, and I just didn't record it. I just bagged it and took it straight to the counter. This is really big shop, loads of furniture in it, bit of tech. If you look here, that's awesome. A Lego Darth Vader alarm clock and a Marvel picture. And then some of these Disney Infinity things. They were £2 each, which isn't bad. I'm not sure what CEX sell them for, but yeah, not bad. Okay, cool. So now I'm home. Let's take a look at what I managed to pick up. So first of all is Bubble Bobble Revolution for the Nintendo DS. Now what I think is cool about this one is this edition also comes with the original Bubble Bobble game that was for the Atari. I paid £2 for it. It's complete in box, instruction manual, cartridge, everything's there. It's in lovely condition and I'm chuffed to bits to add this to my collection for £2. Actually, I'm really chuffed to add this to my collection for £2. Yeah, really good. Now, this was the game that I didn't get any footage for, and I hope I don't butcher the pronunciation of it. It's Ma Yong's Quest Expeditions. Now, I'm not going to lie, I paid £1.50 for it. It's not something that I'd normally buy. I just think it looks quite bright and colourful. I don't normally pick up these sort of Nintendo DS brain game sort of things. You know, they're all right. Everything's good with them, but I don't normally have these in my collection. But yeah, so I've picked that up for £1.50. I'd say it's probably worth about that. Maybe not quite that, but yeah, it's in good condition. I'm happy to add that one to the collection too. So for the PlayStation 2, I've got Extreme G Racing 3. I'm not sure I've played the first one. I know I played the first one. I actually really enjoyed it. It was one of them underrated games in my opinion. Really good. So that's Extreme G3 for the PlayStation 2. There's the disc. Everything's there. That cost £1.50. That was £1.50. And from the same place, Robot Warlords for the PlayStation 2 as well. Don't know anything about this. Also cost me £1.50, again from the same place, so I don't know much about that game. By all means, leave something in the comments if you do know anything about it. That's not one that I'm particularly familiar with, but looks pretty cool, so that one's going in as well. Robot Warlords. Now for £1, feels really weighty. Not to be sold separately, the Beatles Rock Band. There's not really much to say about this. It's weighty because of the hefty instruction manual. It's complete in box. I'd say that's worth every penny of £1. The Beatles Rock Band. Now this is the really interesting one. And it's not all that much to do with gaming, to be fair. Boss Monsters, Rise of the Minibosses. I don't know anything about it. It cost me £2.95. Now the reason why I bought it is because I'm really into these sort of like 8-bit, 16-bit, I guess that's 8-bit graphics. I think it's really cool. So let's take a little look at what's inside. When you take the lid off, the first thing I see is really bright instruction manual. Boss Monster, Rise of the Minibosses. I just think it looks so awesome. I really do. I had to pick it up. It was worth every penny of £6. You know, I might £3, sorry. I might never play it, but just having a gander at the leaflets that are in it, everything just looks really cool. It's a quick start guide there. Just reminds me of the old RPGs that I'm a huge fan of. Hope you can see that there. So we have Warlock card, Paladin, all sorts. There's loads. Hope that's coming across okay. That's the inside of the box there. It comes with these little coins like that. They're pretty cool. There's a dice in there too. I'm not sure that was meant to be because it's sort of just wedged in there. But yeah, I just think that looks really cool. There's the back of the card. Right, yeah, so that was Boss Monster Rise of the Minibosses. £2.95. Bargain. Dead chuffed with that. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, you know, all that jazz, like and subscribe. And I'll tell you what, we'll do this again next time. Thanks very much. See you later.